Yeah, I mean, you're talking, Aaron, about 3 different towns impacted by this wreck on 264 eastbound. It's on top of the Berkeley Bridge, right at the waterside off-ramp. It's backing things up significantly. So you're dealing with 464 northbound all clogged up from Chesapeake to Norfolk, and then Portsmouth to Norfolk as well via 264 eastbound and downtown tunnel. So the eastbound 264 side, the impact starts just before Frederick in Portsmouth. That is a 25-minute backup, getting yourself over to Norfolk via downtown tunnel and getting through all this mess. The traffic there because of the wreck at the Berkeley. Northbound 464 crawling from about a half a mile before Poindexter. Look at that, barely even moving here in Chesapeake at Poindexter Street. That's an extra 28 minutes there on 464 northbound. Of course, maybe you could use Campostella or Bainbridge instead as alternates. As we look at the big picture here, 64 Bowers Hill to High Rise, you have pockets of slowdowns from Military to George Washington Highway, usual morning rush there. That's an extra 6 minutes in that side of Chesapeake. 64 eastbound Hampton to Norfolk via HRBT, about an extra 12. Heads up, JRB's open at 11:30. Right now, that important forecast with Miles. We're covering breaking news right now in Norfolk. It's 464 northbound right by Main Street. Nasty wreck, and you can kind of see a portion of it here right by the trees. That's a vehicle that actually rolled over from the northbound side, landed in the center median in a ditch upside down. They're trying to clean up this wreck. They have a lane blocked on both sides, northbound and southbound on 464, and it's causing a huge backup that goes to before the Jordan Bridge off-ramp there at Poindexter. This is setting things back close to 20 minutes on 464 northbound going from Chesapeake on up to Norfolk. Look at that at Poindexter Street, just crawling. What a mess. Maybe use Campostella instead. I know it puts you out of your way, but it's better than being stuck in all that gridlock on the interstate. Speaking of gridlock and interstate, 64 eastbound right by Settlers Landing. You can see traffic's not moving very much there, getting on the approach to HRBT. From LaSalle to the bridge, still an extra 10 minutes with the morning rush eastbound. Westbound, not bad at all. South side to Peninsula, still looking pretty good, so good news there. As we look at the big picture, we do have a wreck off to the side on 564. That is westbound in between 64 and Gate 3A, but not causing a big issue. 64 going from Bowers Hill to High Rise on the westbound side. You're running about 10 minutes behind with the morning rush. Coleman Bridge open at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Right now it's Miles Henderson with your first warning weather.
Ted, Noah keeping an eye on the roads for us this morning. Please tell us some good news.
You know what? Not bad.
Okay.
Because we started off early this morning, like 4:40, with a big wreck at the HRBT. They got that out of there quick. Right now, not that bad. Let's take a look. We'll start off first in Chesapeake. Here's 64 on top of the high rise. Decent. In fact, no delays at all. Bowers Hill over to this point, or a little bit farther over to Greenbrier or Battlefield Boulevard. Up to speed and looking pretty good. Here's the map highlighting that, including 464 northbound, trekking on up to Norfolk from Chesapeake. Did want to warn you, though, there is a bridge opening at the high rise today at 1 o'clock. So, of course, later on today, that could slow you down a little bit if by chance you'll be going through that area. All right, moving from Hampton over to Norfolk via 64 eastbound and HRBT. Wide open Settlers Landing to the tunnel. Westbound, the same thing, getting onto the bridge with ease. Not dealing with morning rush just yet. Quick look at the big picture scope of things. Quiet. There is a stalled vehicle on 64 eastbound right at Bowers Hill. That's not causing any trouble at the moment, so good news there. And you can see that things are looking good on the Monitor Merrimack and JRB. We got that congestion in the usual spots, but also I did want to warn folks, if you're going between Suffolk and Norfolk, look at Suffolk and Newport News. Look at 664 northbound, a lot of congestion. There's a stalled vehicle right at the foot of the Monitor Merrimack Bridge. People are stopping and taking a peek at it. It's adding an extra 8 minutes on your drive this morning. 64 eastbound, about an extra 10 minutes to go from the Peninsula to the south side via HRBT. Usual Monday through Friday rush hour there at the Peninsula at the HRBT. Westbound side, not bad at all. Did want to give you an alert that there's a JRB opening coming up at 9:15.